Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Crown and today we are going to have some more stories that I hope that you will enjoy. But before we start, it would be so much appreciated if you would subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoyed it, and maybe leave a comment down below. These simple clicks would mean a lot to the future of this channel and really reward the effort that I put in every day. And now, without further ado, let's go! I take commissions to make cosplay. I'm also a member of a number of cosplay clubs. One of these clubs in particular is known for being pretty strict and difficult to be accepted into. So this girl commissions me to make her a specific costume so she can become a member of that club that I'm already a member of. We will call her Lily. She and I message back and forth and work out all the details of the commission. She is to pay me X dollars for the labor of making the costume, and is also to reimburse me whatever amount I pay for materials. I am to provide her copies of receipts so she knows I'm not scamming her out of extra money. She sends me the list of requirements the costume has to meet for her to be accepted into the club. Like this is the whole reason she's asking me to make her this costume, so she can become a member of this club. So I get to work. The costume she wants is one I've never done before, so I talk with the club judge who has to approve it to make sure I'm doing it right. I made a mistake along the way and fixed it at no additional charge. Double check with judge to be sure it's alright. Then send her photos of the completed outfit. It's all done, and I just need her to pay me before I ship the whole thing to her. Lily is unhappy with the photos. She nitpicks the costume and questions some details. I show her on the list of the requirements, which she sent to me, where these details are specified. Since that tactic got nowhere, she then tries to claim to be allergic to the fabric I made it out of. I point out where the fabric is also specified by the requirements, and ask about why she didn't tell me about her allergy before I made it. She never comments on this supposed allergy again, instead moving on to complain about the cost of materials that I expect her to pay back. She accuses me of buying the most expensive materials around. Not true. I had gotten the less pricey polyester version of the fabric instead of the nicer wool version for that very reason. I answer each and every complaint she has reasonably and calmly. And finally she gives up. Makes one last comment which is vague, but also seems to be tentatively, grudgingly agreeing with me, and goes silent. Some time passes. I still have her costume. I haven't shipped it to her yet because she hasn't ever paid me. So I poke at her. Now she's outright hostile. Everything is wrong and terrible and I'm a con artist and she hates my guts. She won't pay for her commission because she says I've done it wrong. She says it won't pass approval. I offered to open a chat between her, me, and the judge who has to approve the costume. The same one I'd already consulted earlier, to reassure her that the costume isn't wrong and will pass approval. She won't do it. She insults me some more. So I give up and exit out of that chat. Alright, that was really long. You guys still with me? Here is the revenge. I contacted the leader of the club and told him what was going on. I asked him if I could post a warning so that the other club members would know what Lily was doing. I'm far from the only person who does commissions, and I wanted to warn others so if Lily tried to commission them, they would know to either not accept it or to make her pay upfront before they started. That was really all I was after. The club leader told me he'd look into the matter, and he immediately discovered some things that I had no clue about. I wasn't the only club member that Lily was taking advantage of. She had bought the parts for another costume and was trying to strong-arm 2 other members into putting those 2 together for her for free. The members had volunteered to help teach her how to do it herself, but she continually pressured them until one of them was just doing it for her. This member was unhappy and uncomfortable with the situation, so the club leader just decided to ban her. Lily will never be accepted into this club now. Lily's raging Facebook tantrum that followed once she heard she's banned was delicious, as were the drinks me and the other members had that week while we whined to each other about Lily. and how glad we were that we'd never have to deal with her again. Hey guys, it's Crown. Hope you're doing well. Today I started a brand new channel called That One Story. It'll mostly include stories coming from different subreddits, but will definitely include some entitled people getting their comeuppance. I'll leave the link in the description below, so please subscribe to the channel to listen to the latest stories, cause I'll make sure to post videos on a daily basis. Thank you and have a great day. Our office's lobby has a wall of shelves filled with pamphlets. These shelves go from floor level up about 6 feet and are held up with little bookshelf brackets. They are only designed for light materials. As this story will demonstrate, they are poorly designed. But our office services adults, not children. Every couple of days, a negligent parent will let their kid attempt to climb up the shelves, knocking them off and sending pamphlets flying everywhere. Usually before that happens, me or one of my colleagues rushes over and asks the parent/child to stop. 99 out of 100 times this goes great, until yesterday. Entitled parent screaming child is starting to climb the shelves. A co-worker rushes over and does her usual friendly spiel about the shelves being light and not safe for climbing. The entitled parent half yells, "Mind your own business, I'm watching." "Okay, I just want to make sure he doesn't get hurt," the co-worker tells her. At this point, the kid stops for a minute, still screaming but not climbing. The mom comes up to me at the reception desk, leaving the kid by the shelves. And of course, he starts climbing again. I tell him, "Oh buddy, you need to stay off those." "Excuse me, my kid is fine. He's not breaking anything." Cue the exact moment the kid pulls down 2 shelves and falls flat on his face. Now he's screaming and crying. This prompts my supervisor to come out of her cubicle behind us. "Oh dear, what happened here?" she asks me and my co-worker. "My son was trying to reach something and those shelves fell on him." "Was he climbing on them?" Again to the co-worker and me. And my co-worker and I start to answer. The entitled parent cuts us off. She still hasn't gone over to her screaming child. "No, they just fell." The supervisor says, "I heard a co-worker mention climbing from my desk. Is your child okay?" "No, he's obviously not. He's crying because you hurt him." One of the security guards steps in. He's already come in the moment the kid fell down. "Miss, can we offer some first aid and have you fill in a report?" "My report is that your shelves fell and hurt my child." "Actually, I was watching, and he climbed on the shelves after the co-worker told him to stop. You also left him unsupervised." "Well then why didn't you stop him?" "Our job is to protect the offices, not to supervise children." "Now, does your child need first aid? And can you give us your information for a security report?" The entitled parent starts calling the guard racist terms and refuses to give any information. She says she's going to call the news and sue the company. At this point, our supervisor steps between this lady and the security guard. "Ma'am, I'm giving you the choice to either leave our offices by choice, or I will remove you with security assistance." "Who are you?" "I'm the one giving you the choice." Mic drop. The entitled parent was speechless. Totally speechless. She grabbed her screaming kid, threw him into his stroller, like painfully, and stormed out while screaming back at us the whole time. As she was leaving, 2 more security guards were on her tail making sure she left and didn't come back in. My co-worker triggered our silent alarm while this was happening. Me, my co-worker, our supervisor, and the security guard all filled out security reports for the next hour. Security also tagged the appropriate CCTV video footage and added it to our report. I'll update this if anything comes up, but I expect that's that. I met this girl, she was 22 at the time, while I, 30 male at the time, was working in a national park, and she was a housekeeper on a work visa. We instantly hit it off, and within a month, we were in a relationship. We even had a solid long-distance arrangement. where we would visit each other on recreational visas in our respective off-seasons. I'd spend a few months in Romania or meet her at some vacation destination. Then she'd spend a few months in the States. This went on for about 2 years, and eventually the conversation came up with her family about possibly moving her to the States permanently. Romania never really recovered from the Ceausescu regime, and political/economic corruption makes life pretty unpleasant for a lot of people. Her marrying and moving to the US meant that her mom wouldn't have to worry about her daughter having a good life. I arranged for sponsorship and proposed to her. It seems like my dreams were coming true. Then, about a month after she's all settled in, I get a message from her best friend back home. What followed were a year's worth of screenshots, wherein she bragged about conning me into paying for her residency, while she cheated on me with 8 different men. In her friend's words, "You are a good man and you don't deserve this." So over the following 2 weeks, I reported her to ICE and Homeland Security for a conversation her brother and I had over a bottle at one point. He bragged about how he had done time in prison for smuggling weapons to Turkish terrorists, and how she had been his lookout on several occasions. As you might imagine, in the War on Terror days, this was not taken lightly. She was immediately arrested and deported and put on a permanent no-entry terror watch list. Want to take advantage of me and cheat? Have fun never being able to come back to the States. Edit to address potential misinformation on my part. I am not very well versed in European sociopolitics, so I'm under the impression that her past along with her brothers would result in as much difficulty as it did here. I was misinformed. So thanks to everyone who set the record straight as far as her job prospects overseas. I'm a 23-year-old college student. Now it's my second year in college and I was a C student in school, but now my grades are way better than before. Anyway, in my country, if a student wants to study in college, they have to get the EM/SAT exams or SAT in other countries, and there is English/Maths/Arabic exams, and we have to get the score the college wants in 2 years or they will kick you out forever. So I passed all the exams in 1 semester, and my score in the English exam was very high compared to the other students. It is my second language, and it's not perfect, I know. And since it's small college, I know a lot of students I was with in some classes, and I have a good relationship with them. We help each other and all that stuff. And one of the students that I consider one of my friends kept failing in the English exam. So as a good friend, I tried to help her and sometimes missing classes for her. I know, that's stupid. So last semester, it was the last chance for her to pass the exam, and I doubt she was even studying for it. So 1 week till the exam, and while we were studying, she told me if I can't take the exam instead of her. Some students did it and got away with it. So after thinking about it, I agreed to take the exam. She will 100% pass the exam. So that happened in college in the student's room, and there was another student we know, but she wasn't studying with us. We ordered some food and I went outside to bring it. And when I came back, before entering the room, I heard her talking crap about me and laughing with the other student. She was mocking my accent and the way I'm trying to be more social with everyone. I wasn't like that before. But there was literally no reason for her to say that. And of course, that hurts my feelings, and I was angry. But I did not want her to know that I heard everything she said, and I'm 100% sure she said my name. So after a week before the exam, I told her to bring me some coffee and donut. Because why not? I entered the exam room, thankfully no one noticed, and I was purposely answering the questions wrong. Just random clicking sometimes. When I finished and went outside, she was standing there holding the coffee like an idiot and asked me how was it. And I said, "Congratulations, my friend. You are no longer have to worry about this exam." Man, the smile on her face. So of course she went home and didn't talk to me at all, because why should she? She got what she wanted. Anyway, I did not see her this semester since she got kicked out after 2 years of studying. And now we have reached the end of today's stories. Thank you for watching and see you next time.